Sunday afternoon baseball is next. And a good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you into the Championship Series Game 1. And now, here is the voice of Texas League Baseball, John Baker. Thank you, Bob, and hello, everybody from Springfield, Missouri. We welcome you to the Texas League Championship Series Game 1. And gotta say, here is our final two contestants of 2025. And yes, Amarillo and Tulsa were beat. And so far, they are now the 8 teams that are watching on the sidelines. And gotta say, pretty good on that. Well, the first game in Springfield, the other game in Midland. And so far, if Midland beats Springfield, they will be one game from clinching the 2025 Texas League title. And that means everybody will be finished with this baseball season. But anyway, we still have just a little bit more to do. And so far, going to be pretty good. We got overcast conditions today in this one, and so far, got to say, we are ready for some afternoon baseball on this Sunday. It's also Bark in the Park here, presented by Springfield Cardinals baseball, and so far, pretty good. Well, we got our 8 ball clubs watching on the sidelines. We got San Antonio, where Bob and I are from. We got Corpus Christi, Frisco, Amarillo, Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas, Wichita, and Arkansas. Watching these final 2 compete for the Texas League title. Well, Springfield beat Tulsa, Midland beat Amarillo during last week. And so far, boy, what a 2 games there in Amarillo. Midland has beaten the Sod Poodles by a lot. And Springfield beat Tulsa by a lot. And yeah, so far, the final 2 are in front of us here today. Well, anyway, we're just about set to go for the 1 o'clock ball game, and gotta say it's going to be a cloudy yet warm afternoon for us here in Springfield, Missouri. Well, we'll go ahead and take you downstairs as we get ready for this broadcast. This is the 3rd of our series, and so far, 1 more can make it anybody's ball game, and Texas League title will be brought before us. And even on a Tuesday there in Midland. So we are just about set to go. We're first pitch just moments away. Well, here in Championship Series Game 1, Alex Cornwell will get the start for Springfield. What do we know, Bob? Well, he's got a 4-seam slider, changeup, and a sinker. And he is ready to go here today. Arabelle Angeles leads it off for Midland. Should say, do apologize. You wished he was on Springfield. That's right there and in for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. Springfield in their red and grays. Midland in their orange and grays. That is pretty good. That one is skied high in the air up to left field. Left fielder runs it down, got it. And there is 1 down.
The second baseman, Colby Halter.
The second baseman is Colby Halter as he comes in. Ready to go. Trying to get in and get game 1 going. Here's pitch. That one's going to be lofted high in the air, and that will not get down. That will be out number 2 on the play.
Number 19, Nate Nankiel.
Well, Nate Nankiel coming in. 9 RBIs during the time we took on Amarillo last week. And that's going to be high. High in the air up to the second baseman. And so far, with 3 pitches, that will be 3 outs on recorded. No runs, hits, or errors for Midland. We now head to the bottom of the first. Springfield to bat when we come back from our commercial messages. About set to go for the bottom half of the first inning for Springfield right now on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, a right-hander, Gunnar Hoagland, will get the call here in the Championship Series Game 1. And what do we know about the prospect in the Oakland A's organization, Bob?
Well, gotta say, he's got 95 on that fastball, slider, changeup, and a sweeper as well. So, pretty good for him.
Cardinals, the center fielder.
The center fielder for Springfield, Chris Rotondo, the first to step up to the batter's box. As we are about ready to go. Wind up and a pitch. Here it comes in for the called strike. And it's 0-1. Well, if Midland wins today, that'd be pretty neat. See that they would have one more game to play there in West Texas as well. Right there and in for a strike. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And a pitch. Right there, fouled and away. Right now, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called third strike, and they ring him up to dry. And that is out number 1.
The left fielder, Darlene Mokete.
Darlene Mokete, the next batter up for Springfield. Comes in, ready to go. That one fouled off. The count now 0-1. Mokete batting the point average of 522. Over 1,000 in the opposition. Pretty good year for him in Double-A Springfield, which that's always been a pretty good thing. Here's the 0-1. That is fouled off. The count now 0-2. Ouch.
So they just put him in the hole in an 0-2 count, and now the pitcher's thinking,
strikeout? For sure. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And there's 2 down. Boy, chase that one right outside the zone, and there's 2 down. Chase Davis coming up now. And here's the pitch. And that's an inside on the sweeper, and the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Fans watching from Midland as well. One more Tuesday night. At Taco Villa Tuesday night while we return to the Permian Basin. Slider is outside. The count now is 1 ball, 1 strike.
So is Taco Villa your favorite go-to place when you go to Midland?
I would say yes. Here's a 1-1. And that is fouled off. The count now 1-2. Not only is Taco Villa my first favorite, but also Texas Burger and Roses are my go-tos as well. That one is high fly in the air, up to left field. Trinkle, the left fielder, will get there, making plenty of time. That ends the inning. 1, 2, 3. We're through 1, and it's no score. Top of the second here in the Championship Series Game 1. Kurtz, Trinkle, and Schwartz will be the next ones up for the Midland Rockhounds when we come back. Top half of the second inning for Midland right now on this Cardinals Baseball Network. All right, about set to go for the second inning. Nick Kurtz coming in as we are about ready. And that is a four-seamer fouled off. The count now at 0-1. Got great home crowd here today, Bob. And if you are in Springfield, come on by and get a ball game out on us. We got to fill this house up quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Here we go. That one's got high in the air up to left field. Left fielder gets in foul grounds, makes the play, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 10, Caden Trinkle.
Well, the left fielder, Caden Trinkle, coming in. Trying to get going here today and see who could claim this first game. And that's going to be blistered high in the air, and that's going to get down. And Rockhounds will get their first hit. Caden Trinkle getting a 1-out double. And that'll bring up the next batter, Nick Schwartz. It's pretty interesting how you see these guys out in Midland just go up against all the opponents in the Texas League. And here's Nick Schwartz. He's coming in, ground ball straight away third to first, and they get him. Man, and to tell you one thing, Schwartz did not last long out there after that ground ball. Here is Henry Bolt. Bolt coming in, ready to go. Oakland A's and Seattle, or not Seattle, I do apologize about that. Be St. Louis. St. Louis Cardinals. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit, and that's going to get down. And now bring in the runner. Midland scores on a Henry Bolt double. And the Rockhounds score first. It's now a Midland 1-0 lead. Man, what a base hit that was. And now Drew Swift. Swift coming in. Hits that one. Glove to the third baseman. Robs a base hit. And with that, the side is retired. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 2.5. Midland leads it by 1. Trey Page, Jobber, and Yeager will lead it off for the bottom of inning number 2 for Springfield when we come back. Bottom half of inning number 2 for Springfield, right now on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, Trey Page coming in as we're about set to go for the last half of inning number 2. 4, 5, and 6 due up against Gunnar Hoagland. That's an inside strike. The count now, 0-1. Last home game of 2025 here in good old Springfield. First of a pretty good one right there. Angeles will get it in short. Right there to Kurtz, and he'll get it. One down.
The first baseman, Braden.
Well, the first baseman is Braden Jobert. Jobert coming in. Well, the Seattle Mariners would be affiliated to Arkansas. Springfield to the St. Louis Cardinals. And Rockhounds to the Oakland A's. That's right there. Line drive, base hit over the third baseman's head. Well, everybody knows they're affiliates. I mean, San Antonio's a Padres affiliate. It's been the Padres affiliate since what, 2008? Yes. Is that a rhetorical question you asked me? Probably. R.J. Yeager coming in, 1 out, 1 on, and that's going to be a liner straight away. Bolton center field. Sees how big that one goes.
7, the catcher, Leonardo Bernal.
Well, here is Leonardo Bernal. As he comes in. 1 out, 2-1 here in the bottom of 2. That is crushed high in the air, but goes foul. And the count now 0-1. Midland trying to squeeze their way out of this one. Wind up and a pitch. And that's an inside strike. The count now 0-2. He's got 2-1. He needs to be very careful when he comes in full frontal attack on that inside strike zone. Yeah, for sure, Bob. There's a pitch. Right there, swing and a miss. Got him. 2 down, and here is Ramon Mendoza. Mendoza coming in, ready to go. Here's a pitch to him. In for a slider, strike 1. Got a lot of fans here today, and yes, it will be a full house if we could get it up there. There's the 0-1. And that's going to be a ground ball right there, and look like he's going for it. And he is out at the plate. They get him. And the first run that Springfield tried to score in did not suffice to say get in to score. Well, that's the inning, and so far, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. And we head to the 3rd inning. Midland leads this one 1-0. Bounce at the goal for the top of the third for Midland right now in the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, here is the catcher, Willie McIver. 9-1-2 due up for the Rockhounds. And here's the pitch. That one is a high flyer right there up to right field, and that will be out number one.
Now batting, the shortstop, Uribe.
It's 3-up, 3-down innings, but Midland will score after an RBI double. Here is Arabelle Angeles, the shortstop. Wind up and the pitch. And that's an inside strike on the sinker. And the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch right there fouled off. The count now 0-2. Don't forget Picani Episode 1, The Lovable Boy, now out here on YouTube, which that is a good movie. 1 hour, 30 minutes of film time. Episode 2 fixing to be in full swing production. That one is outside. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gotta love the combination of orange and red. Just beautiful colors. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that's going to be right there. That is up the middle. Second baseman throws to first, and that's out number 2.
Second baseman, Colby Halter.
Colby Halter, the next one up. 0 for 1, a fly out the last time up. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's a high pop-up straightaway center. And the center fielder will get it. And that's the inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. Now head to the bottom half of the third inning. Midland leads it 1-0. We'll have the next batter up, Jeremy Rivas, Rotondo, and Moquete to lead it off. The last half of the third inning, straight ahead. About set to go for the last half of the third for Springfield, right now on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Jeremy Rivas coming in, 9-1-2, due up against Gunnar Hogland, and set to go for the last half of this third inning, right there and in for a called strike. He did not hold up in time. Blew it right past him for that strike. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. That one fouled and away. Count now, 0-2. Do apologize about me about clearing my throat so many times. Here's the 0-2. And that one's going to be lofted high in the air right there. And Nankill cannot get it, as that will land in front of him for a base hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Chris.
Boy, and one thing about Nate Nankill, during the last time against Amarillo, 9 RBIs and 4 home runs combined by that Oakland Athletics prospect. Chris Rotondo coming in as he swings and misses at the initial offering. And the count now 0-1. With a strikeout by Rotondo as he comes in. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and now the count now 0-2. Well, a lot of 3 up, 3 down innings here in this one, and so far don't want to miss today's game. This is the last one of the year in Springfield. Here's the 0-2. And that is pelted deep to right field. Watch it go. Gone. And Springfield will take the lead. It's now 2-1. Man, and I tell you one thing, that makes a manager happy when they could come through and get 2 runs. Cardinals have been really good. They cleansed the first and second half of 2025 in the regular season. And that's what got them in the playoff rounds. Hoping to beat Tulsa, which they did. And now they're on their road to getting after Midland and trying to score in this game here. Darlin Mukete coming in, and he's going to hit that one high fly in the air up to left field. Trinkle has it, makes the play, out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Chase.
Thinking they would have had that one, but here is Chase Davis. He's 0 for 1 of flyouts. Midland trailing by a run. Springfield 2, the Rockhounds 1 here in this bottom half of 3. Chase Davis comes in and hits that one out of play. The count now 0-1, and so far getting somebody a foul ball. Some lucky fan out there getting that one, and the count now 0-2. Well, let's go ahead and get our sideline teams. We got San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Frisco, and Amarillo in the South Division. Tulsa, Wichita, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas watching from their ballparks. Also ours in San Antonio, which that is pretty good. Here's 1-2. That one high in the air up to right field. Nankill has his eyes on it. Makes the play, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 8, Trey.
Trey Page coming in. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out that he had. And here's the pitch. That one high and outside is 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Right inside for a strike, and it's 1-1. Don't forget, Pecani is all new with new episodes every Friday night at 6:30 and horseback riding adventures on Saturday mornings at 9:30 right here to Jay Baker Fluggs. So 2 new shows that I simply love. And so far, pretty good. Here's a 1-2. That one is high in the air. Up to left field. Trinkle will get it. Makes the play. Inning over. But Chris Rotondo will get his championship series AA 2-run shot. And Springfield will lead this one by 2-1 as we head to the 4th inning. Nate Nankiel, Kurtz, and Trinkle will lead it in the 4th when we come back. Bounce that for the 4th inning here for Midland and Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, the 9 RBI guy with 4 home runs, Nate Nankiel, coming in, will take a strike inside. The count now 0-1. Nankiel did all that in Amarillo during the time the Sod Poodles got in. And that's right there, line drive base hit center field. And getting through, no out single.
The batter, the first baseman, Nick Kern.
Is your allergies just really kicking your butt during this time? Oh yeah, well, allergy season is the reason why. Most allergens is from the yellow pollen, and usually it comes off the trees, and so far it's pretty bad during September, October, little bit November and December, but heck, why not? No balls, 1 strike. That one fouled off. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch. That is fouled off. The count now 0-2. Still hanging on here in this one. Runner at first, nobody out. That one is lofted high in the air, deep to center field. Number 19 is looking at it. Middle half of first and second. And so far has to retreat back to first. And now here is the left fielder, Caden Trinkle. 1-for-1 double last time up. Plenty of baseball to go around. Come out and join us here today. And that is lofted high in the air, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And here he comes. No throw, and now the game is tied at 2-2 by a Caden Trinkle RBI double. And Midland will be tied with the Springfield Cardinals. Man, pretty good line drive. That was his second hit of a day and his second double, too. Yeah, for sure. Nick Schwartz coming in. And that one's going to be hit high in the air. And they're going to give him a chase. And that'll bring in another run. Now Midland will take back the lead. It's now 3-2 against Springfield.
Now batting.
Boy, that's like 2 doubles here in this half inning alone. And so far, it's turning out to be a pretty good ball game. What do you say, Bob? I got to say, if Midland can keep up the momentum, they can win this one here today. That is for sure. Rockhounds trying to get a Texas League title. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. You know, and these boys, you go back to 2014 through 2017, during when we had a 4-on-4 rivalry. Now we had San Antonio, Midland, Frisco, and Corpus Christi. Springfield, Tulsa, Arkansas, and Northwest Arkansas. That's right there, line drive, base hit. Here he comes. And they get him. Wichita and Amarillo did not exist at the time, but evidently that is what it is. 4.5 here today. We have the Rockhounds up 3-2 as we have Midland up by a run. So we go to the last half of inning number 4 as Braden Jobert, Yeager, and Bernal will lead it for Springfield when we come back. Well, last half of the fourth inning set to go for Springfield, the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, here is Braden Jobber as we head to the last half of inning number 4 here in Game 1 of the Texas League Championship Series. That one is high fly in the air up to third base. Swift will get it, makes the play, and that is one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, R.J.
Well, the designated hitter is R.J. Yeager, who has 1-for-1 single. The windup and the pitch is an inside strike. The count now 0-1. I've got to say, if Midland takes this one, then they'll have to get in and take the game out there in Midland that claims that title. Right there, and that's going to be a line drive. That ball is going fair, and they're still trying to chase it down. And that's going to be a one-out triple. And Springfield trying to get this game retied. And so far, just trying everything they can to hopefully get it going. Well, we look at the angled shot of where that baseball is. That was right down in the fair area. And so far, that led him to a triple. Yep. Leonardo Bernal coming in. Takes a changeup swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-1. 0-for-1 by a strikeout for this Cardinals guy here. A lot of these guys will be hopefully moving up by next season, 2026. Sweeper is high and outside is 1-1. Well, it just depends if they get called up by trade and stuff there, John. Yeah, for sure. Here's a 1-1. That one is high in the air and out of play. So it'll be a 1-2 count now for Bernal. 1-2, one more time. Fouled off, and he'll see another. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Runner at third. Tying run. Here's the pitch. And again, a foul ball. That would confuse the pitcher. Yeah, Bob, it surely would. Here's the pitch. And that is high in the air. Right there, center field. Could be a sacrifice fly. Here comes the runner from third. And that's going to tie us up. Right there at 3-3. So I got to say, it could be a foot race here.
Second baseman.
Now in, Ramon Mendoza coming in. He's a 1-for-1. Evidently, Bob, it is a foot race. Takes that one in for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Midland or Springfield are final 2 here in the Texas League Championship Series. 0-1. And that is pop commit right in the catcher's glove. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. 1 run in to score here in this half inning as Springfield gets in that RBI by a sacrifice fly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramon Mendoza coming up. Here he comes. Hits that one high in the air, and that is a foul ball. So the count now still hanging on, 1-2. 1-2. Swing and a miss outside. Got him. And that will do it. So 1 run, couple of hits, no errors, and nobody left. 5th inning coming up, and we're deadlocked 3-3. So about set to go is Willie MacGyver, Angeles, and Halter will get set to go for the 5th inning here today. And deadlocked at 3. Fifth inning for Midland, right here in the Springfield Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, Willie MacGyver coming in as we head to the fifth inning. Beautiful Springfield, Missouri. That one is lofted high in the air. That's going to get down. Base hit up to left field. Boy, gets him going. The tie-breaking run is MacGyver, the 9-hole batter for the Rockhounds. That'll bring up the shortstop as Arabelle Angeles. He comes in. Midland trying to get something going, and they are in a foot race against these Cardinals boys. Angeles is 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out here today. Crowds are piling in on this last home game of 2025. Here's the pitch. That one is outside. The count now 1-1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Arabelle Angeles, the batter for Midland. Here's the 1-1. And that is foul. Boy, could have been a fair ball if it would have stayed a few inches in the line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody out. Top of the fifth, 3-3 tie. And that one is crushed. That one is high, right there up the left. And boy, not a chance to get any more higher than that. And that's caught for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Colby Halter.
Second baseman is Colby Halter. He'll come in. 0 for 2 and 2 flyouts here today. And the pitch is inside for a called strike, and the count now 0-1. Halter coming in. Ready to go. The pitch. That is right there. Back up in the middle. Right to second for 1. Relay. In time, they got him. And that's a double play, inning over. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. And we head to the bottom of 5. And we're tied at 3-3. So we're about set to go as Jeremy Rivas, Rotondo, and Mokete will lead it off for the Springfield bottom of 5. We come back. Well, we head to the bottom half of the fifth. Right now, the Cardinals Baseball Network. Jeremy Rivas, 9-1-2, due up against Gunner. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. Straight away up to the left field area. And that will be a no-out single for Jeremy Rivas. And that's a pretty good line drive right there. Right, Bob? Yeah, I got to say, and so far that'd be pretty good. Manager out of the bullpen now, as here comes the time that he is out of this ball game. Gunnar Hogland will be responsible for that runner there at first. And now they're going to bring up Jack Perkins from the bullpen.
Midland, number 69.
Perkins, a four-seam slider, circle change. Or should I say a four-seam circle change slurve, cutter, and a sinker. But he could go for a slider, even though they teach him during the field of practice time. That'd be pretty good. Chris Rotondo coming in, and he's going to hit that one out of play foul. And the count now 0-1. No balls and one strike. Rotondo is 1 for 2. With a home run, 2 RBIs, and a run. Here's the 0-1. That one hit high in the air. Bolt trying to get after it, makes the running grab. And what a time to get that one, and he did. 1 out is Rotondo.
Now batting, the left fielder, Darlene.
The left fielder is Darlene Moquete. As he comes in, hits that one right there and in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Don't forget our Tuesday night game in Midland will be the last. If Midland can get this game and hopefully secure it against the Cardinals, that is right there and in for a called strike, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called third strike. Got him at the knees. And by golly, you don't see that every day, but now you do. Chase Davis coming in. Perkins doing really good. Davis was 0 for 2, 2 flyouts here today. So far, got a lot of kids out during this school. School is tomorrow, but glad we got a day game. Here he goes down to the plate. They got him right there. Tag out at second. And what a beautiful play. As he tried to get after him, and they apply the tag right before the hands reach the plate. That's the inning over. So it is no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on, and we head to the top of the 6th inning. We're tied at 3-3. Sixth inning coming up for the Midland Rockhounds right here in the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, Jack Ralston is getting the call for Springfield on the mound, as he's got a 4-seam curveball, changeup, 2-seam fastball, and so far pretty good on that. He comes in to pitch for Springfield. Right fielder Nate Nankill, 1 for 2 single. Will be the first one up for Midland here in the top of the 6th inning. Ready to go here in a 3-3 ball game. And that's going to be lined high in the air up to right field, and it will go foul. So nobody could get there. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one is outside, 1-1. Michael Gomez, Matt Swanson, 2 right-handers warming up for the Springfield Cardinals. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a changeup swung on and missed. Ugh. Ugly. 1-2. That one is a high pop up right there, up the right field, and that will be out number 1, caught by the right fielder.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nick Kurtz.
Well, that'll bring up the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. Kurtz coming in, ready to go. And that's going to be right there, line drive up to the shortstop area. And they'll get him easily out at first, and there's 2 down.
Number 10, Caden Trinkle.
Caden Trinkle, 2 for 2, 2 doubles, RBI, and 2 runs today here for Midland. Tie ball game 3-3, top of the 6th inning, 2 out, nobody on. That one is a high pop-up, straightaway left field. And the left fielder will get there to make the play. 3 up, 3 down, the half inning over. And we are bottom of the 6th inning. Davis Page Jobert will lead it off for Springfield. We come back.
Bottom half of the sixth inning set to go for Springfield right now on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, here is Chase Davis, 3-4-5, due up against the reliever, new hand, Jack Perkins. Is set to go. Here's the pitch.
No, that's a ball.
Circle change is in for a ball. Out now, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. That one is got high in the air up to left field. Trinkle gets after it. Makes a play, and that's out number 1.
The third baseman, number 8,
Trey Page coming in. Ready to go. Wind up and the pitch. That's an inside for the corner strike. And the count now 0-1. 3-3, bottom half of 6. That one high in the air up to the third base area. Foul grounds, and he's got it right in front of the bullpen of the visiting Midland Rockhounds. Braden Jobbert coming in, 1 for 2 single. And you think this could be another 1-2-3 inning here. Yeah, probably. Here's pitch. Right there in the end, Slurve will get in. Or called strike, it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Wind up and the pitch. Circle change outside. And the count now at 1-1. Here's the pitch. And that is skied high in the air up to right field. Moving under it is Nankill. And that's the inning. So no runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for Springfield. 7th inning coming up. Schwartz, Bolton, Swift will get things going as we head to the 7th inning straight ahead. About ready to go this afternoon, and so far we're looking for the winner of this one. And we will be right back.
Seventh inning for Midland right now, the Cardinals Baseball Network. Nick Schwartz coming up now, 6, 7, 8, as we head to the seventh inning for Midland. It's cloudy afternoon. Now it's going to be line drive right there, base hit center field, and that'll get down for a no-out single. And Midland will have the tie-breaking run
now
there at first. Henry Bolt coming in. Center fielder for the Rockhounds. Wind up and the pitch, and that's a change-up foul, and the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 for 2 RBI double in the second inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be walloped right there. Boy, that is going to get down, and that's going to hit the wall. And here comes that runner. Bolt gets the RBI double, and now Midland will take back the lead. It's now 4-3.
Third baseman, Drew Swift.
Drew Swift coming in as he's ready to go. And to tell you one thing, pretty good for these prospects. That's an RBI double with nobody out.
No, that's a ball.
Outside is 1 ball, no strikes, as that curveball is far out. Well, Drew Swift, he's 1 for 2 single today. Midland trying to get this game in their control. That is chopped foul. The count now 1-1. A lot of 3 up, 3 down innings, and Midland having a 1-run score. 4-3 here in Springfield, Missouri. Boy, that should have been a hittable pitch right there. And the count now is 1-2. Fouled off, you'll see another. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Ready to go. That is right there. Ground ball, ground hopper, right to first and in time.
Now batting.
And that runner from second doesn't go anywhere.
MacGyver.
Willie MacGyver coming in. He's 1 for 2. Single here from Midland. Here's the pitch.
Ball, outside.
Four-seamer outside is 1 ball and no strikes. That one right there. Ground ball straight away. They don't look to second to see that guy running to third. And so far, that will be 2 down.
Number 9, shortstop, Uribe.
Durabel Angeles, the shortstop, 0 for 3, fly out in the first. Trying to look for a base hit to bring in the 5th run for Midland. Here's pitch. And that's going to be right there. And that's going to get down, base hit. And so far, Midland up by 2 by the RBI double by Arabelle Angeles. And now the Rockhounds have a 5-3 lead as they lead by 2. And Springfield trails the 2 on those insurance runs. Time is being called as here comes the manager. And so far, that is going to do for the Springfield starter. Luckily enough, if the bullpen doesn't turn this around, then he'll be credited with the loss.
For your Springfield Cardinals.
And here is a right-hander, Andre Granillo, as he'll come in. Four-seam slider, curveball, and a sinker, but weapon of choice is the nasty slider. And he goes around the whole thing and see which ones he's in favor of. Colby Halter meets him up first. That one is a high fly in the air and out of play. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner at second. Midland up 5-3.
Top of the 7th inning here in Springfield, Missouri. And that is outside. The count now 1-1. Temperature today at 78 degrees. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon. Here's the 1-1. And that's going to be lofted high in the air up to left field. And so far, that will do it. 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 1 left. We are the last 7th inning stretch here in Springfield. And it's 5-3 Midland. R.J. Yeager, Bernal, and Mendoza will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning when we come back. Well, about set to go for the last half of the 7th inning. Straight ahead on the Cardinals Baseball Network. R.J. Yeager coming in, 6'7", due up against Jack Perkins as we head to the 7th for Springfield. That ground ball is right there, and that's going to be a fair ball. Boy, that is bouncing off. And not in time. He is in on a no-out double. Well, where was that baseball at? Yeah, right there. It just bounced right off that third baseman. Boy, trying to tie this ball game up here is Leonardo Bernal. Trying to get in and take that one for a strike. The count now 0-1. 0-1 sacrifice fly RBI today. Here's the 0-1. And that's going to be right there. Hertz will get it. Step on the bag. And that is out number 1. Runner goes from second to third. Ramon Mendoza is 1 for 2 with the single that he had earlier. That one is a high pop-up. Nankiel going after it. Makes the play. He's got it. Here comes the runner. And he's safely across. Now a 1-run trail for Springfield. Rockhounds will have a 5-4 lead, but still hanging on to a slim one, in fact of that. Jeremy Rivas, 2 for 2. Coming in, here's a pitch right there and now to play. The count now, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Wind up and the pitch is right there. Line drive, base hit. Right there in front of mid-center field.
Now batting.
Rivas getting in as the tying run. The go-ahead stepping up now. And that will be Chris Rotondo. Rotondo coming in, and he's going to hit that one. Right there, base hit. And that's going to bring in the tying run, and Midland will lose those 2 runs. And we're back to square one once again. Springfield now having the tie-breaking run. And boy, just to look at that. Cardinals are playing good baseball today. Yeah, for sure. Darlin Moquete coming in 0 for 3 today. We'll take a slurve inside. The count now 0-1. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, a flyout today for the Springfield Cardinals. And the pitch right there, foul. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at third. Game going by quickly, but even though 10 runs combined today, and that will do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on at third. 8th inning coming up, 5-5 our score. As we head for Nate Nankill as he'll come on in. And we're set to go for the 8th inning right after this. Top half of the 8th inning set to go right now for Midland and the Cardinals Baseball Network. Nate Nankill, the 3rd batter up for Midland. 3-4-5 due up against Andre Granillo. Come in and set to go. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. And that's going to be only a single. And to tell you one thing, that is pretty good that Midland out of the chute gets him on base. As I said before, Nankill, 4 home runs and 9 RBIs there in Amarillo, there at Water Ridge Field, downtown Amarillo. That guy can really get a move up to AAA Las Vegas if he wanted to. That one high fly in the air, and that a play. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Tie-breaking run. Out for Midland. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. It's getting down. And now you got second and third now. And Midland's got something cooking. Bet it smells really good.
Yeah, I bet it does there too, there, John.
Yep. Well, that bouncy ball just gets down, and the Rockhounds trying to secure this game. Caden Trinkle, the left fielder, will come in. Take a strike inside. The count now 0-1. 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 runs for the RBI. 2 teams will get ready to get on the bus, and so far head to Midland and Franco Park. That one fouled in the way. The count now 0-2. 1 game apiece. 1 in Springfield, 1 in Midland after today. Here's the 0-2. And that one is crushed. And, ooh, man, that one is a home run. Caden Trinkle gets it. Man, that could have been a foul ball if it was right outside, but we're going to have to watch the instant replay. Boy, that's a nail donker right there.
You mean a nail biter?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, now Midland having an 8-5 right there. And no, it was inside. Okay, fair ball, and it's a home run. Well, okay, now we got our answer where that ball went. And here comes the skipper. That will do for number 83. 8-5 Midland here in this ball game in the championship series game 1. Curtis Taylor will be a right-hander reliever coming up. 4-seam slider, changeup, 2-seam fastball. Get ready to go here for Springfield. Still nobody out after this 3-run homer by the 5-hole batter. And here we go again. That one is high fly in the air up to left field. Moving under it, the left fielder will make the play. That's out number 1. Center fielder is Henry Bolt, 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs and a run. Rockhounds 8, Springfield 5. Game 1 of our championship here in Missouri. One high in the air. And that is gone. A home run. And Midland is pulling away. Now you get a 3-run homer, then you get another solo shot home run. Which that right there makes it 4 combined runs in this half inning. Rockhounds have a good chance of securing this one, and Tuesday night in Midland will decide everything, winner take all. And that's going to be right there, line drive, left field, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, Willie McIver.
Willie McIver coming in is 1 for 3 single. Our score 9-5. Top of the 8th inning. Midland leads by 4. And that one is crushed. That one's gone. And now they're going to say, we lead by 5. Is cheaper by the dozen a pretty good word for that?
I think so, John.
Man, and Midland just wowing the crowd today. Got a lot of fans out there in Franco Park and the Permian Basin. Absolutely love how it is. the Skywatch Tower, and now we're going to have another pitching change. The manager's coming out again. Third time around. Number 36 out of the fray, now retreats back to the bullpen.
Now pitching for your
Another right-handed reliever, Michael Gomez, will get the starting assignment.
Michael Gomez.
So far, four-seam slider, two-seam fastball sweeper, but 97 over that 87-mile-per-hour slider be the weapon of choice for Gomez. Urbel Angeles leads it off, 1 for 4. Rockhounds 10, Springfield 5.
0-1.
Midland up by a 5-run deficit. 1 for 4 RBI double in the 7th. That is the shortstop, Urbel Angeles. No balls, 1 strike to him. And that one is gone. Ouch. Just tattooed it. Man, I tell you one thing, it kind of reminds me of that 9-run ball game there in San Antonio against the Frisco Rough Riders. 9-0 Rough Riders during that night in the month of August. 407 foot with a 101 mile per hour exit velocity right on the money. That one's a bunt attempt right there. Third base will get it, and that will do it. Boy, a 6-run lead for Midland as we head to the last of the 8th inning. Davis, Page, and Jobert will lead it, and it's 11-5 Midland. We're back here as Chase Davis leads it. When we come back here in Championship Series Game 1 here in Springfield, and we will be right back. Bottom half of the 8th inning for the Springfield Cardinals right now in the Cardinals Baseball Network. Well, Chase Davis coming in as we head to the last half of the 8th inning here today. 3-4-5 due up against Jack Perkins. That one is fouled off to count now at 0-1. Midland up by 6 runs. 11-5 our score here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Down right there. Straightaway shortstop Angeles will get it right there in front. And boy, what a good high hand catch right there by the first baseman for Midland. Trey Page is 0 for 3. Grounded out in the 2nd inning. Ready to go. The windup and the pitch. Right there, high fly. Out of play. And it'll bounce. Out of foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. And that's going to be line drive high in the air. And that is out of here. Gone. Springfield gets a run back. And now it's a 11-6 ball game. Now, still got a lot of work to do in this ball game for Springfield, and gotta say they gotta get all hands on deck now. Braden Jobbert coming in, ready to go. Wind up and the pitch is in for a strike. The count now at 0-1. 1 for 3 single. Home run by Springfield. They get their 6th. Here's the 0-1. High pop up right there, straight away, out of play. And the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one is a high fly in the air, and that will go foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. That one right there. Swift at third will get it. Glove it. And not in time. Puts Kurtz off the bag. And that will be an error by the third baseman. No. It's the error on first. Oh. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you see, if the first baseman steps off the bag, then literally he got tagged with that error, and he darn well deserved it too. No pun intended there, Bob. That one fouled off the count now 0-1. RJ Yeager was a home run shy of the cycle. And, you know, so far pretty good on that. Here's a pitch to him. And that one's fouled off. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Bottom half of the 8th. Final game of 2025. Championship series between the Rockhounds and Springfield Cardinals. That one is foul, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to pitch. Right there, grounds ball. Halter's got it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Leonardo.
Boy, caught that one in mid-air. And that'll bring up Leonardo Bernal. 0 for 2, sacrifice fly, RBI. Springfield down to their final 4 outs. That one's fouled off. The count now 0-1. Down almost 3:40 on this Sunday afternoon. Here's the 0-1. Down and in for a called strike. The count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 1 on. Midland in front, 11-6, leading by 4. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit, center field. And boy, Springfield trying to come back and get something going.
Second baseman,
Ramon Mendoza coming in.
That's a ball.
And ouch, that could have been a strike. That was right in the inside corner. Call that big umpire a donkey right there. Well, I'll tell you one thing there, John. I don't think that umpire was wrong that was inside. Well, anyway, it should have been called a strike if it was in the inside corner. But I don't think he was paying attention to that. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2-1, 2 out here in the bottom of the Springfield 8th. And that's back to the mound. Perkins will get it underhand, and he'll get it right to the first baseman, Kurtz, for the out. Well, a couple of hits, but a run in to score and an error, and we head to the 9th inning, and it's 11-6. Well, Nate Nankill, Kurtz, and Trinkle will lead it off when we come back in this ball game. Top half of the 9th inning, set to go for Midland right now on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Nate Nankill, the first batter up for the Rockhounds. Lead off their final 3 outs here today. Right there and in for a strike. The count now 0-1. Austin Love, Matt Swanson, 2 right-handers warming up in Springfield's bullpen. And the 0-1. And that is right there. Line drive, base hit to left. And man, I tell you, that was a base hit. Boy, that left fielder playing hooky out there. Now, what do you figure, Bob? Well, evidently, he couldn't see where that baseball went, but evidently he knew where it was. And right there, ground ball. Boy, that is hit high. And that is out of here. And there's the home run. Hertz will get 13-6. Man, Midland sure is pulling away. Don't think Springfield would be happy giving up that many home runs. But Midland sure has been pulling away in this one. Yeah, they sure have. That baseball was hit hard. Fourth time in a row that this guy comes out, and now number 79 is done. They go through 5 pitchers, and now we're going to be back with a new arm and pitching change right after commercial messages. Well, we head back to the ballpark to get going for the top of the ninth for a new arm coming up. Well, the new arm, Matt Swanson coming in. Got 3 pitches to choose from, sinker, slider, and a cutter. 94 mile per hour. Boy, he's got a pretty good one right there. The batter now, left fielder Caden Trinkle. Our score, top of the ninth. Midland 13-6 against Springfield.
1 ball, no strike.
And so far, the Cardinals have 3 outs to work with. We'll see what they could do. Trinkle was 3 for 4. A home run, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, 3 runs. And so far, pretty good right there. That one's going to be hit high in the air up to left field, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Nick Schwartz.
Nick Schwartz, 2 for 4, double, single, RBI. Booted run, which that was the insurance on top of that.
Ball.
That one is outside for a ball. The count now 1-0. Schwartz is 2 for 4 of today. And the pitch. That's a high pop-up right there. Third base sees it. Shortstop as well tries to get there.
Now
And there's 2 down.
Center fielder, Henry Bolts.
Center fielder is Henry Bolt, 3 for 4, a home run, 2 doubles, and 3 RBIs and 2 runs. Pretty good day for Midland if they could pull through here in this one. And the count now 0-1 as that was a swing on miss. Here's the 0-1. And again, slider will get him chasing that fastball. Count now 0-2. Six-run lead in the top of the 9th inning. Or actually 7. It's a 7-run lead. I do apologize. Get my math right. Call myself a donkey.
1 and 2.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, a lot of times I don't get math correctly worked on. Well, wasn't that your subject in school way back then? Yeah, we had a chalk and a chalkboard. I remember that. Well, as you could say, that will do it for this ball game. Well, almost. And we go to the bottom of the 9th as the Rockhounds lead it 13-6. Midland leads by 7. So, almost time for this game to come to an end, but 3 outs remain for Springfield. Rivas, Rotondo, and Moquete will lead it off when we come back.
Bottom half of the ninth inning for Springfield right now in the game one of our championship series. Jeremy Rivas coming in, 9-1-2, due up against Jack Perkins. 13-6 here in this one. Now one's high fly in the air and out of play. And the count now 0-1 due to the foul ball. No balls, one strike. 13-6. Midland leading 7 runs here today. Big outburst for their defense came in. And I'll tell you one thing. If birds can make dogs angry, birds are really in trouble after that. I would just think that the dogs, called the Rockhounds, would really take those birds and just pluck their feathers off. Yep, for sure. With one away, here is Chris Rotondo. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. Swift will get it. Straight away to third. First will get it.
Now batting, left fielder, Darley.
And they're 2 down. Midland having a pretty good opportunity of winning this one. Darlene Moquete coming in. Here's the pitch. High pop up straight away. On the air, shortstop Angeles will get it. And the Rockhounds win the first game. Championship Series Game 1 is concluded. And one more in Midland will face the value of somebody being up in a 2025 Texas League title. Perkins gets the win. Andre Granillo will be the loss for Springfield today. And so far, that will pretty much do it. Well, we'll be in our after-game show, and so far, so excited that you guys have tuned in to our live broadcast here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. One more game left of this 2025 Championship Series, with the final 13-6. Midland will take it. Well, let's go over runs, hits, and errors first for the victorious Rockhounds. 13 runs, 18 hits, 1 error. And for Springfield, 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. Caden Trinkle is the player of the game. He's 3 for 5, a home run and 2 doubles. The winner on the mound is Jack Perkins, and Andre Granillo is the loss for Springfield. Well, anyway, that will pretty much do for home games this year for the Cardinals. And so far, fans are really looking forward to seeing what is done in Midland. Rockhounds and Springfield Cardinals will converge the play there in West Texas. And so far, it's going to be a pretty good one. Well, Bob, we've had a nice evening here in Springfield. It's time to head to Midland. Well, after a whole day of going around and seeing what Springfield looks like, I think it's fair to say that we're going to have a pretty good one. Well, we'll stay in the hotel, and so far, we'll call it even right there, for sure. Well, anyway, we've had a pretty good time, and so far, the championship series here, Game 1, is concluded. Rockhounds will beat Springfield 13-6 on a Sunday afternoon. For all of us here, have a safe travel home, and for the Springfield Cardinals and for their home crew, they'll see y'all by next year in 2026. Well, one more game, and that's it.
we are almost to the off season. If this one is won by Midland, then they will be crowned victorious in the Texas League title. Since then, the Rockhounds have won 2014 through 2017 and a 4-peat win. That means they won 4 years in a row, and that's pretty good. Well, anyway, for all of us here in Springfield, Missouri, final score, Midland 13, Springfield 6. Don't forget, Tuesday evening, we are back live for one more time here in West Texas, Franco Ballpark. Well, for all of us, have an outstanding rest of your day, and see y'all Tuesday.